Hi guys, it's me Sam. I'm going to be doing you an ab workout. It's going to last about 15 to 20 minutes, including a warm up and some stretches at the end. The actual main body of the session is only 10 minutes. It's going to be 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. So make sure you push yourself as hard as you can because it is only 10 minutes and it will be over before you know it. So let's get started then. All you need is a mat, or if you've got soft flooring then that's fine, and just some water. We don't need anything else. We're just going to start by mobilising the body. So we're going to start by opening that chest. Just going to bring the arms out diagonally, feeling that pull across the chest, down the middle. Just keep it going there. Just really feel a little pause at the back while we get the whole torso mobilised. Now we are going to carry on from here, but we're going to go out the side. Just pause a little bit longer at the back here. Should feel the shoulder blades coming together. Push your chest out forward as we do this. This is just further opening that chest. And a few more there. And now we're just going to start to mobilise the core by doing a torso twist. Just keep your legs still, just about shoulder width apart and just twisting the top half of the body. This is going to start to mobilise the lower back, the core, hips. Obviously hips are a key joint for the core exercises. Just stretching around as far as you can now. Really lengthening that range of motion. When you're ready, let's add in that reach just further even more. Small pause at the side and back to the other side. And from there, I'm just going to start taking the hips around. Make sure we go all the way around the joint. Will make you probably think about that, as obviously the hip is a key joint. Just push the hips out forward and all the way back. And the other way. And from there, we're going to carry on with the hips. We're going to open up like this. If you need to use your hand to further that range of motion, that is fine. If not, just step it out. Going all the way around. So your legs should have done about 90 degrees. Just going to do a couple more on each leg. And from there, we're just going to stand shoulder width apart, arms out wide. We're going to start touching alternate toes, back up in the middle and to the other side. This is just going to warm up the back of the legs. Obviously, if you can't reach toes, that is fine. Just reach down as far as you can. You can keep it going here for a little bit longer. And from here, we are going to go into more walkouts. So if we walk the legs down, bend down to touch the floor, reaching out forwards into that plank position, keeping the back flat, and then straight back up again. We're just going to do 5 here. So if we start, there's 1. And 2. And 3. Just 2 more. And last 1. Now we are going to do 5 more, but this time when we reach the ground, we're just going to drop it into a press, just like so. If you want to do it off your knees, it's also absolutely fine. Keeping the arms just underneath the shoulders. Then we'll walk it back up again. So we're just going to do another 5 here when you're ready. Last one. Three. And one more. And there we are. Next we're going to move into our mountain climber. So if you're on the ground, just stay on the ground. We are just going to start nice and slow. So if we just put the hands underneath the shoulders and put the legs out straight. We don't want the bum going down or going up, we just want the back flat. I'm just going to start slowly stepping it in, bringing that knee right into the chest. And now we're just going to start speeding up if you can. If not, keep going at that pace. If not, we're going to keep going nice and light on our toes, driving the knee in. Nice, nice. And for the final bit of the warm up, we're just going to go into the star jumps. This is just going to stretch out all of the rest of the body, making sure that we are completely mobilised. If jumping's a bit too much, you can always step it out. If not, get the whole jump in. Reaching the arms as high as we can, nice and wide on the arms and the legs. And that is your warm up complete. Give yourselves a shake off, and we're just going to start the main body of the session. I'm just going to get time up. Right, if you'd like a drink, I'm going to have a drink now. So, like I said earlier, we've got 10 exercises. It's 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. I will offer some modifications if you want to be slightly easier, but just remember it is only 10 minutes, so make sure you push yourself. So the first exercise is a Russian twist. So we want to lean the body back, keep the feet up if we can. We're going to reach from side to side. If you've got a weight or anything, even a water bottle, you can use that. Make sure we twist all the way so our hands are going right back, like so. If you'd like to make it slightly easier, you can drop your feet and make sure you're still lean back so you can feel that core is still engaged. And the same thing with our feet down. And if you want it even harder, just lean further back. Obviously the further back you lean, the less balanced you are. But yeah, so pick whichever one you would like to do. I'm going to start the timer now. So, get ready. I'm going to start in 3, 2, 1, and go. So you want this to be nice and controlled. We're reaching all the way around to get that full rotation throughout the core. We're not racing around, we're focusing on reaching as far as we can. And you've got 15 seconds left here. 10 seconds. Keep it going now. Not long to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. And now rest here. We've got 15 seconds rest. The next exercise is a double crunch, which I'm going to quickly show you, is like so. So, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Try and keep the body crunched up if we can. Don't let the shoulders drop. Just reaching all the way around, touching them heels, and then back out. Like I said, if we can, keep the top of the body crunched up so that we're holding the core engaged at all times. But make sure you just reach nice and wide and back towards the toes. 30 seconds in, 15 to go. Keep it going there. Nice crunch at the top. Again, this is a nice slow and controlled movement. Last one. And there we go, we're having a rest. Next, we're going to flip over onto our fronts for a plank. You can either do this off your elbows or your hands. I'm going to do it with my hands, holding the plank here and touching our shoulders. So get ready in 3, 2, 1. So keep the shoulders underneath, and we're going to touch opposite hand to opposite shoulder. Trying to keep your hips still. We don't want to be swinging about like this. If you want to make this a bit easy, you can widen your feet. Like I said, you can do this off your elbows, but it is much easier off your hands. So keep it going there, halfway through already. Keeping the abs engaged, not dropping the hips. 15 seconds left. Three, 2, 1, right, quick break, 15 seconds, and then we're going to our jackknives, which in their full, it's a full extension, touch in the middle. If you'd like a slightly easier version, do one foot, and when you're ready, let's go. So like I said, the easier version, just lift up one leg at a time, making sure to get that nice crunch at the top. But if this is too easy, go up with both legs, and a nice big crunch at the top as so. But if not, one leg. We'll just keep that going, we're already halfway through. Remember to keep breathing, getting that air in. You've got one more exercise and then we're going to have a slightly longer break. Right, 5. 1 second. There we are, guys, one more exercise, which is either sit-up or a crunch. If you can do a full sit-up, then perfect, try and keep your feet as still as you can. If not, just go into our crunches. In 3, 2, 1. So have a crunch. Or full sit-up, keeping our hands on our temples, nice and strong. Getting all of the vertebrae on the floor, and then peeling them back up again. Like I said, if we're doing the crunch, just making sure we're keeping them shoulders off the mat, right at the top. 15 seconds left, keep it going there. 5, 8, 2, 1. We're going to have a slightly longer break here. So if you'd like to get some water, that's fine. We're already halfway through, so don't give up just yet. The next one's actually a lot nicer, I would say. So yeah, only 5 minutes left. The next exercise is going to be a leg raise, which is simply getting the legs all the way up to above the hips, or as far as they'll go if you're lacking range of motion. If you have a pain in your lower back, we'll put the hands under the bum just to support that lower back. But if not, do try not to, as it does make it slightly easier. And if you can, we're going to keep crunched up at the top here, just like so. So you just want to get yourselves ready. Starting 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like I said, if you can, try and keep that body crunched up. Keeping the hands beside, if possible. Only 15 seconds in, keep it going here. Should feel this in your lower abs. 30 seconds in, keep it going here. Try to keep them legs getting as far up as they can. 5 seconds. There we are, well done. Now we're moving on to heel taps, which is simply laying it on your back. And we're going to crunch up slightly and touch either heel. So we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. There we are, touching either heel. You should feel the crunch down the side. Try not to curl up and just go around the body. However, the shoulders should be slightly off the floor as they're crunching up. Feel that right at the top. 15 seconds in. So 25 seconds in. Keep twisting around. You should feel all the way around the middle of your core. 10 seconds to go. Don't stop now. Remember to keep that crunch up to keep all the muscles in the core engaged. 3, 2, 1, quick break. We're going to go into flutter kicks now. The full version of flutter kicks is trying to keep the legs just like so. If you want to support that lower back, again put your hands underneath. So 3, 2, 1. If you can, try and keep your legs as low to the ground with as little movement in between as possible. If you want to make it a bit easier, widen the gap between the legs. If you need to support the lower back, like I said, put your hands behind and just keep it going there. But ultimately, just try and keep your legs as low as possible. You should feel that all down, especially in the lower abs. 30 seconds in already. Keep it going now, 10 seconds remaining. 3, 2, 1. Next exercise is a side plank. So choose whichever side we are going to do the next one, the other side next. So just go straight up like this. If you want to make it slightly easier, bend that bottom leg and keep it on the floor. And go. The focus here is really trying to push that hip up so you can feel it all the way underneath. Try and keep the body in line with the elbow just underneath the shoulder. If you want to make this slightly harder, both feet on the floor and raise that top leg like so. If you'd like to keep it easier, remember that leg bend is fine as long as you're focusing on pushing up that hip. Nearly 30 seconds in already. Keep it going here. You should really feel that down the side. Keep squeezing that hip up. 3, 2, 1. Quick breather. I'm just going to swap sides. This is your last exercise of today, so let's try to stay up the whole way through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up again. Remember, same as the last time, if you want that leg on the floor, that's fine. If not, both feet up, body in a straight line. Want to make it slightly harder, lift up that leg. You should really feel that all the way down here, keeping the elbow underneath the shoulder. Don't twist that body over, keep a nice straight line. 25 seconds in. Final 20 seconds, and then we are onto our stretches. So keep it going now, last 10 seconds, keep pushing, don't let your hip drop, keep it pushed up. In 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are done. Well done. If you'd like to get yourself a drink, and we are going to go into some stretches now. So, just want to stand up. We are just going to start by loosening off that lower back, because obviously a lot of them exercises put a lot of pressure on the lower back. We're going to do this by going back into our torso twist, just relieve some of the tension there. Nice and slowly when we catch our breath. And from there, I'm just going to take a shoulder width stance. We take a nice deep breath in, reaching up. And breathing out as we reach down. And deep breath in as we reach up. And releasing as we reach down. To start our stretches, we are going to start on the floor. So if you'd like to come onto your front, going to level our front. Going to put the hands by the side of the chest. Lifting ourselves up into the cobra. If this is too much, you just drop onto your elbows. You should feel that stretch all the way up your front and down to your lower back. So just going to hold that here. If you want to extend the stretch, tilt your head up slightly forward. But after all the core exercises we've done today, this should feel quite nice. Relax into it now. Try not to tense the legs, just keep everything nice and relaxed. And from here we are going to go into the child's pose, so simply rock back onto our heels, creeping out the fingers as far forward as they can, just sitting back onto our heels. You can put your forehead to the floor if you want to relax it, and like I said, just bring your fingers as far forward as you can, just feel it all the way up your back and down your arms. And from there we're going to come up into our hip stretch. Like I said earlier, a lot of those leg movements require a lot of hip flexibility. So we're going to stretch that out now. Just take one leg forward, keep the back on and press down the front leg. And whilst we're doing this, we're going to stretch out our tricep. We're just going to bring the arm across here. If you just take your arm just in between your elbow and your wrist, you just feel the stretch better. Try not to take it across on the elbow, otherwise you won't. If you want to increase that hip stretch, just keep pressing forwards. And we're just going to swap over now. So taking the left leg forward, pressing forward, feel that all the way up the hip, and taking the upper arm across again in between the elbow and the wrist. Feel that all the way down your tricep. And just keep pressing forwards to increase that hip stretch. And from there, I'm just going to come up onto our feet. I'm just going to do it underneath my knees so I can show you. We put both hands on our lower back, squeeze the elbows together, pushing the chest out forward. Should feel a nice stretch across the chest. Really squeeze them elbows together to get a better stretch. And do some deep breaths as you're in this stretch. And from there, I'm going to take it up onto our feet. I'm going to put a slight arch in the back, reaching behind. And you should feel that all the way down your body, just reaching up as high as you can. And from there, just going to reach down and touch our toes into that hamstring stretch all the way down the backs of the legs. Reach down as far as you can here. And then we are done. Well done everybody. I hope you found that all okay.